Okay, so here we have a funny little mechanism. So what we're going to do is we'll grab this bone, the arm lower one, and in edit mode we duplicate it off and turn off the form, and then we'll call this mechanism slot lower. Then we'll change the length down to something acceptable, and then we'll go to local pivot. Is it local? No, it's normal, I think. Oh, fuck it. It's first of all I'm going to change it from 3D cursor to active element, and then I think local will do. It must be normal then. There you go. Y, which is along the length of the bone, so then that will do. I mean, this is not perfect. If you want, you could use a 3D cursor to select one of these ends of the bones like that, and then Shift S, cursor to selected, and then yeah, you could grab the little bone. Anyway, sidetrack. So we've got our mechanism slot lower bone. We want to take off the IK constraint on that so that it's always parented and will always, you know, it's going to sit there. It should be a child of, not the arm upper, it should be a child of this lower bone. Keep offset. See? Right, and then change this back to global. Right, same problem though, yeah, right? So the thing is, this, we want to move along this axis, which we know is aligned with that, so that's solved one problem. Hopefully you can kind of see how that's better than that, because this, its local axes is arranged like that, which isn't as helpful. So here you could lock this down. We know we only want this to change. You could lock the X or the Z so that when you press G you can only move it in that direction. But if you want the animation or the internal mechanisms of Blender when you're animating it to constrain it itself, then you want to use the limit location constraint, and you want to change this to local, as in this constraint is relative to the local coordinate system of the object, or the bone in this case. So we want minimum and maximum to be constrained to 0, 0, and we'll turn this off actually so you can see. So with nothing, we can move this around freely. If we set these all, it's the same as ticking that and that. Alright, so now how do we get that to do what we want? I mean, there's a fucking million ways we could do this, but the easiest way is, I guess, this bone is arm base. So grab the arm base bone, then we grab this bone, mechanism slot lower, and we go copy location. Oh no, it's up here now, fuck. And then axes, X and Y, is that right? Yeah. There, you see? So now no matter where you move it, it stays aligned to this. And I mean, you could put another copy location back to this bone if you want to keep it aligned with that bone. but it doesn't really matter, does it? You just want to make sure that this stays. So now this one, you can go copy location, local, and then we don't want to do the Z, right? Is that right? No. I'm being a dipshit now. I guess world space would be better. Yeah. World space, X, Y. And then you could also turn off inherit rotation. Right? Is that good enough? I think that's good enough. I mean, it's not perfect because this is getting unaligned, which I'm not actually sure why that is. I'm moving this up there. Oh, right, yeah. Because it's moving it in only that direction. It's not perfectly aligned. I could probably think of a better way to do this. I mean, this is just a quick thing. That'd probably be better flipping them around. I guess kept the bottom one. So instead of doing what I've done here with the constraint, you could just parent this bone. In fact, I'll just do that now to show you. Just parent this bone here to this, let's hide this big one, parent this bone to this little one there, and then keep offset. And then it doesn't have, turn off its constraint for now. And then, there you go. That's pretty good. I think, anyway, it looks like it bows out there to the left about halfway up. Doesn't look like it's aligned perfectly.